Hi, I'm Loretta, and I'm doing these videos to kind of record my weight loss journey after RNY gastric bypass surgery. I'm not very tech savvy, but I'm hoping to learn. I don't use social media very often, but I guess I might attempt to try to update my progress. I guess I'm kind of doing this video because I found it really helpful to watch other people's journeys and other information that I've learned from YouTube. But I found that there wasn't a lot of recent documentation, like videos of the gastric bypass in recent years, mainly just the sleeve, which is similar, but I guess they both have their variances. But I also found really lacking was a lack in Australian videos. So I think there was 1 or 2 videos that I watched that were actually people from Australia. And I think it's important, I guess, to have a different perspective. Sorry, I'm just reading some notes. Yeah, so I thought I'd give an Australian perspective on my journey, basically. So a lot of videos that I've watched in America, from America and Canada, there's a big process you go through to even be approved to get gastric bypass or the sleeve, and it's something like, correct me if I'm wrong, 6 months or more. I think some people had waited 18 months or 2 years for approval through their insurance, and they had to do, like, prior to surgery, like educational sessions, and they had to show that they could lose weight prior to surgery. I guess that's to show that they could do it after surgery. I'm not sure. Which in Australia we have a public health system called Medicare, and you can get surgery and other health needs at hospital without charge. So it's funded by taxpayers. So I was placed on a public waiting list with a public hospital for 4 years, and I was a category 2. So 1 is the highest, more urgent category, and then we've got 2, which is kind of in the middle, and then category 3 is less urgent. So after 4 years, I still had not even progressed to even make it to the obesity clinic prior to even discussing surgery. So after 3 years being on the public waiting system, I decided to get private health insurance, which is what we can get here in Australia, to see any specialist that you want privately, basically. So the end of January this year, so 2021, I was able to see a specialist privately, and it was much different to what I expected based on all the videos I've watched in America. I thought there'd be like a prolonged, period of waiting, other educational things that I have to do. But I basically went to the appointment and he basically told me why gastric bypass would be better for me than the sleeve. Basically because I have 3 children and they're, between the ages of 12 and 17, and he didn't think that I would be having any more children in the near future or ever, which is probably right. So, and also that the bypass would give me a better overall weight loss, and I wouldn't have to worry so much because I wasn't planning on getting pregnant about like vitamin deficiencies. So anyway, he gave me a PowerPoint slide and discussed it all, and basically said at the end, so when do you want to do this? And I was kind of surprised, because he was asking me, like, not telling me when I can get it. And I kind of said, well, I'm going away in April, so early May would be good. And he just said, perfect, let's book it in. So it was, that easy. So since seeing him the first time, I've then just about 2 weeks ago, the end of March, I had a gastroscopy or endoscopy. So basically just a camera down your throat to check out your stomach and everything. And then I just saw him again yesterday, and he said sometimes when he does that, people can have hidden hernias that he sees, and then he just would remove them while he's doing the bypass surgery. But he told me that everything was fine, everything looked great, and looks good to go ahead with surgery on the 3rd of May this year, 2021. So on the 1st of April, so that was just over a week ago, today's the 8th of April, I saw a dietitian, and she told me that I needed to just basically explain the whole dietary requirements, vitamins, kind of just an overview of what kind of happens after surgery, like for the next few weeks afterwards. She advised me I have to go on a OptiFast or other shake diet for 4 weeks. And I was a bit surprised for 4 weeks, because a lot of the videos that I've been watching, which are based in the US or in Canada, have only said like 1 or 2 weeks that they had the liquid diet, and a lot of them were like dying after the weeks that they had of OptiFast. So I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, these people are freaking over 1 or 2 weeks, and I'm gonna have to do 4. It's only like my second day of doing it, but it's not all liquid, so I can have shakes 3 times a day. She also gave me clear protein and protein water crystals that you add to water to increase my daily protein. So she said I had to have 80 to 90 grams of protein a day. So 3 OptiFast shakes is 60 grams of protein. So I'm supposed to have 1 or 2 protein waters, or the clear protein per day as well, or else she said that you can have some lean meats and some vegetables, and the vegetables are really like your broccoli and kale and spinach, like all your green kind of stuff, none of your starchy root vegetables. So I have been eating keto since the 2nd of January this year, so I'm kind of used to eating those things, but it's just in a much smaller portion. So I'm using a saucer plate, and I've bought like a fruit fork, so it's just like a tiny fork, the same size basically as a teaspoon, because I watched a video by someone called Dr. V, which hopefully you will Google and find some information, and watch some of his YouTube videos, and he had suggested to get like baby cutlery basically. So I'm trying that, but we'll see how we go. But 3 days before surgery, I'm only to have liquid, no foods. I guess that's to make sure that there's nothing in your stomach or your bowels while you're having a surgery. So after I had my follow-up with my doctor yesterday, I saw someone else from his team who is a bariatric physician. So she just went through what prescription medications and non-prescription medications that I can take after surgery, and also 2 weeks before surgery. So I also have hypothyroidism, which is it lowers my metabolism, and I don't produce enough thyroxine in my body, so I'm on a replacement for that. I also have high blood pressure or hypertension. What else do I have? I've got osteo issues. So I tore the meniscus tendon in my left knee about 3 years ago, and after I did that, I then tore my right MCL in my knee, and I was basically told, because I was hurt my left knee and then I put most of my weight onto my right knee while I was walking, I've then injured that, and basically the orthopedic specialist said to me, for every kilo of body weight, it's 4 kilos of load on your knees. So imagine most of your weight on just mainly one knee. So that would be pretty sore. Anyway, so I'm just reading some notes, sorry. So the bariatric physician said she'll contact me 2 weeks before my surgery date, which is just under 4 weeks from now. And she'll just remind me of the medications that I need to stop, and just about the 3 days beforehand that I have to only have the protein shakes and liquids, and I have to fast from midnight of the day of my surgery and stop drinking any fluids 2 hours prior to my admission. I also asked my bariatric surgeon how long I'd stay in hospital, because a lot of the videos were like, oh, I stayed for 2 days, I stayed for 3, I stayed for 4. So I was quite confused on what to expect because it varied a lot. Some people even had stayed for 5 days in hospital, but I think they had complications. So he basically said to me, 1 night. And I was like, oh, just 1 night. And he said, as long as everything's going well, you'll stay the night of your surgery and then you'll go home late in the afternoon the following day. So my surgery's on a Monday morning, so I'll basically be home Tuesday afternoon, which was surprising for me, because I thought I would stay at least 2 days in the hospital, but that's okay. I like my own bed. I asked the bariatric physician why you only stay 1 day, and she said that there's a lot of research that suggests the quicker that you can get home, the quicker that people recover, because they have everything they need at home, they feel comfortable at home, and so that's why they kind of just make it 1 day. But maybe it's a lack of hospital beds too these days. And also, I don't know what time I'm getting admitted to hospital. They're not going to contact me until the day before my surgery, so mine will be on a Monday, so I'd say they'd contact me on the Friday before, and advise me what time I need to be there, and also the anaesthetist or anesthesiologist, I think some people call them, he'll contact me 1 to 2 weeks beforehand. But basically, the surgeon that I'm seeing, after my private health covers the costs that they're covering, I've paid so far out of pocket $2,500 for the surgery, but that doesn't include the anaesthetist cost either. So I guess we'll find out how much that is soon. So I'll just give you some stats about me before I go. So I'm 5'2", 5'2". So I thought I was 163 centimeters, but when I went to my specialist, he measured me and he said I was 158 centimeters, and I said, what? I said, all this time I've been telling people I'm 153 or 154 centimeters, which isn't much difference. And then he said to me, okay, I'll give you 1 extra centimeter for your hair. So he's recorded me as 159 centimeters. Okay, and then when I went to the hospital to have a procedure not that long ago, they measured me at 161 centimeters. So I'm sticking with that because every centimeter counts. You know what I'm talking about. No dirty thoughts, please. And yeah, so that was surprising. I'm now shorter than I used to be. I'm going to blame my osteo issues because I can't actually straighten my knees out. I have to get physio to help my knees be straight. So when I stand, I have a permanent bend in my knee. It's because they didn't know what was wrong with my knees, and this is the joys of the public health system in Australia. You get half-assed health. And yeah, it took 9 months for them to realise, after getting MRIs, that I had actually torn my cartilage in my knee and my MCL muscle in, or whatever it is, MCL in my right knee. So prior to that, I had scans. They thought I had thrombosis or something, a blood clot in my leg, or yeah, they didn't know what had happened because all I did was just went for a jog and yeah, tore me ligaments and my tendon. Anyway, moving on, I will blame that for my height reduction. And then, so to give you some weight stats, in October last year, so 2020, I had a recorded weight at my doctor's surgery of 134 kilos, which is 295 pounds for anyone from the US and 21 stone for anyone from the UK. I thought that would be helpful because I always watch US videos and I have to get on my phone and say how much is such and such pounds in kilos. So I thought I'd do that hard work for you. And then I started the keto diet. And so the end of January, I was about a month on keto, and I then got in to see the specialist, the bariatric surgeon, and I was 120 kilos. And so that's 264 pounds or 18.89 stones, which is, you know, basically 19, almost 19 stones. Or stone, sorry. And then when I saw my, so I kind of plateaued for a while, and it might be due to my like thyroid issues as well. I basically have no metabolism. I used to say to people, if I just look at pizza and not eat it, I've already put 2 kilos on. That's how bad my metabolism is. Anyway, on the 1st of April when I saw the dietitian, I weighed 114 kilos. So that's 251 pounds or almost 18 stone, so 17.9 stone. So they're my stats. That's kind of my intro, and I'm sorry if this video bores you, but I'm just trying to help the community, and also so I can look back and think, wow, you know, look how far I've come. Yeah, I think that's it. I will do some follow-ups on kind of the endoscopy that I had, because I freaked myself out before I had it because I'd never had one before, and I'm kind of gonna lay your fears to rest, and also about the liquid diet that I have to have. Yeah, but today's the 8th of April and my surgery is the 3rd of May 2021. So yeah, just under 4 weeks, not long to go. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.